All right, everyone. I want to thank you for joining me with Tuesdays with Tammy. I'm very, very excited to have some people on today that are going to be sharing the meeting that we had, our kickoff meeting in Dallas, Texas, and just super excited to have Shelley Barnaby, also Grady Holcomb. Anybody else that was there that wants to chime in, please let me know. We're going to do a very short presentation today because I want to turn this more into a family meeting, like a fireside chat. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, let's get these people into the waiting room from the waiting room. We've got quite a few coming in. Oh, Shelley, I need to make you co-host so you can do what I ask you to do. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was just messaging you, so
There you go.
awesome.
All right, there you go. All right, guys. So, as most of you know me, a lot of you have known me, a lot of you, or some people have just met me. My name is Tammy Morrison. I live in Hendersonville, Tennessee, which is about 20 minutes north of Nashville, Tennessee. Shelly actually told me yesterday she's going to be coming to Nashville soon, so I can't wait to see her. Um, a lot of you know that some of us have been involved in a previous company. We had a fantastic company. We truly did. And everything was going great until the last couple of, well, about the last year. Um, I think that if we had stayed where we were, which was in the gold industry, that we would still be here today. Unfortunately, some people came in and wanted us to get involved in other crypto projects and things like that, and it just went downhill. And so, I can sit around and be upset about that, or I can go out and find something else. So my sponsor, Ricardo Hamilton, who is also in Dallas this weekend, unfortunately, I could not make it. I just started a job and I'm still psychologically unemployable, but I did start a new job. And the reason is the job pays the bills, but at Cost Metals provides me with the ability to get gold and silver at cost. So I'm very, very excited about just being able to be in a company like this. And I think that once you hear from Shelley and Barnaby, Shelley and Grady, that you will understand what I mean on this. Within 5 minutes of my sponsor calling me on this, and he's called me on many other different projects, the answer was yes. But let me get on the phone with the owners. And within, 5 minutes, I'm on the phone with the owners. They were genuine. I asked them a couple of hard questions, quite a few hard questions, and the answers that I got were the right answers. So that's why I decided to plant my flag where we are at Cost Metals. And, I always make a joke, we call our company at Cost Metals. However, we could call it no cost metals because with the commissions that we earn, we're able to acquire gold and silver, not out of our pocket, but out of our efforts. And that's what makes this company so amazing. So, on to the next screen. The requirements for a successful company, perfect timing. Guys, the world is in chaos right now. I mean, I want everyone to pray for the people in North Carolina, the people that are going through the hurricane right now in Florida. These people are losing everything that they have. Um, I remember a story back with the previous company when a hurricane came through. I believe it was Puerto Rico. And one of our affiliates down there has been stacking gold for quite some time. The ATMs weren't working, nothing was working, but he was able to trade his gold into things that their family needed: clothing, food, water, things like that. So I think it's so important for us to realize that our economy is in the cracker. And I don't care if whether you live in the United States or Europe or South Africa, it's the same all over the world. So it's very important for us to get this information out to people and to make them understand that we're not here to sell them. You know, I look for customers just as much as I look for business builders. And there's a lot of people out there that are overpaying for their gold and silver. And so we want to make sure that we're looking not only just for customers, but also for business builders as well. We do have the perfect products and the perfect business model, in my opinion. I was talking to a gentleman. I sold his mother car on Saturday, and he and his wife had to come back and pick it up. And we got to talking about our cosmetals. And he goes, "Why didn't you tell me this sooner?" Why? And I'm like, "Well, it's kind of at work and I really couldn't do it. But, now that you've already bought the car, I can." So he's come in, he's already purchased his 399 metals package. Very excited to share it with his friends and his family. So you never know that person that you're going to talk to. Grady said something to me very profound yesterday, is it only takes one. You get one builder on your right team, one builder on your left team, and the results are can be incredible. It takes me back to the time with the previous company when I had an extremely large right side, which at this point, all of you that are on my right side, I mean, it's going crazy. And I need some successful business builders on my left side. I have them there, but I've just got to get them dialed into the system. So we do have the perfect products and the perfect business model. We are a brand new company, but extremely seasoned ownership and management. Justin has been in the metals business since he was a teenager with his father, and he knows this business. We offer true actual at cost pricing on precious metals and bullion, and then also valuable numismatics, which fuel the residual, and then a lucrative compensation plan. We offer the same precious metals, but at cost. American Eagles, Buffaloes, Morgans, Peace Dollars, Maple Leaf, South African Kuran, which is one of my favorite, generic bars and coins, and so much more. If you log into atcostmetals.com, you will see all of uh, the items that we have, and we're adding more and more each day. So, what's the big deal about this company? When we first put together this presentation, we just kind of did some price comparisons. So, so a real-time price of the silver single American Eagle, which is the most purchased coin in the world, our company was 26.48. There are other metals companies out there. One of the other companies was selling it for 29.90, another with 31.54. And then, of course, you're always going to have these large online companies where you can go and buy. Um, but look at it, it'll say as low as. So when they say as low as, it means that you have to purchase a certain amount of coins and able to be able to get those prices that they're talking about as low as. Give me 1 second, guys. Oops, I went way ahead of myself. All right, so what this means to you is if you're buying the exact same thing, why would you start paying 12 to 18% more for it? And you can get it at Cosmetals at 12 to 18% less. Now, if you're just a customer and you want to come in, and I explain this to people very simply. When you go get a Costco membership or a Sam's Club membership, you pay your monthly due or your yearly dues. And then you can go in and you can buy items for much cheaper than you could get them at your local grocery store. So that's all at cost metals is. So if you just want to be a customer, when you go to Sam's Club, they don't tell you, hey, you got to go find another Sam's Club member in order to sign up with us and get this better pricing. They actually sell the membership to you right then. With Ad Cost Metals, it's a word of mouth company. We are Our job is to go out and show everyone that they can get their metals at cost, not a penny. But if this makes sense to you and you want to build this as a business, let's talk about the packages and the compensation plan. So we have two package offerings. The first one is the $399 Metals Plus package. You get 18 months of unlimited at cost pricing of precious metals, access to specialty collectible products, and access to the DAP trading vault. And it also includes three perfectly graded MS70 graded numismatic coins. Now, I went on eBay. I've got a drawer full of them right now. So I went on eBay and I was comparing the prices, and we're getting them for so much less. Plus, we're getting the 18 months of unlimited at cost pricing, which is amazing. Amazing. We also have the 149 package that's going to get you 1 year of unlimited at cost pricing, along with the DAP trading vault, which is a 199 value. Sorry, guys, our weather right now is so bad and my allergies are through the roof. So if I do mute from time to time, it's because I don't want to be coughing in your face. We also have what's called the Get Ahead Monthly Program. This is going to be an MS70 or a PR70, both perfectly graded numismatic silver eagles. Other similar graded coins will be available in the shopping cart. And then we do offer a more selective variety of coins and rounds and bars from around the world at typical at cost pricing. So this is a great way to expand your horizon. All right, so let's talk about how the comp plan works. So if someone comes in, let's say I sponsor Shelly. Shelly comes in and she gets a $399 Metals Plus package. I'm going to get a $50 direct commission and then 100 points for the binary. Here's why I love this program. Typically, when somebody says to me the word binary, I run away. And I'll explain that here in just a minute. But there's only two ways for us to build our business. We can only build left, we can only build right. We can't start new teams. We can't do anything of those things. So Metals Plus package, $50 direct, 100 points for the binary. And then let's say I sponsor Sue. Sue comes in, she gets a 149 metals package. I'm going to get a $25 direct commission, 30 points go into my binary. And then when people participate in the Get Ahead monthly coin, you're going to get 20 points for your binary. But we do have specialty bullion that is priced below retail value. These are some things that people, especially collectors love these coins. Um, Binary team cycles. So if you go to your your left team and your right team, every time that you get 500 points on your left, 500 points on your right, it's going to pay you a $500 cycle. There was an announcement made at the event. I'm going to let one of you guys share that about the 300. But then you also get a matching bonus. So let's say that I sponsor Shelly. Shelly creates a dual team payout for a cycle and she makes $500. I get $50. I didn't do anything. Shelly did the work, but then I get the $50 on top of that. Plus, we have a 10% match on personal referral team cycles for affiliates ranked at silver or gold. 50% of the commission revenue from the top of the network is shared amongst all golds. And it also pays for events like the one we just had in Dallas, Texas, that I hated that I missed. Here's the other simplicity of this compensation plan. We only have three rates. If you're an affiliate, you have one personally sponsored active customer left, one actively customer referral right. It's going to cap you out at $2,000 a week. That's not to say you bring on two people, you make $2,000 a week. That means if you bring on two people and they do what they're supposed to do, that is the most that you can make within the week. And $2,000 a week can change a lot of people's lives. How many agree with me on that? Then we have the silver affiliate. You have three personally sponsored active customers left, three right. The sponsored affiliate, um, both left and right, and that caps you out at $10,000 per week. And then we have the top rank, the gold affiliate. You have six personally sponsored active customers left, with a personally sponsored active silver left and right. Remember, to be a silver, you have to have three and three, three on your left, three on your right. When we say active, we mean that this person has actually purchased a package and they are bringing in at least one person per month. Actually, it's every 32 days. They're bringing in at least one person, or to make it simple, they are just participating in the Coin of the Month Club. So I'm definitely doing that. So points can accumulate up to your max based on your rank. So 2,000 for affiliate. Think of points as dollars. Okay, 2,000 points for affiliate, 10 for silver, 30,000 points for gold. So as I'm sitting and I'm looking at my team last night, I'm looking and I see the amount of points I have on my right hand team, right? And I see the points that I have on my left hand team. So I'm looking at those points, not just as points, I'm looking at them as dollars. So ad cost means that the price the dealer pays is the same price that the customers pay. In my little town of probably 60, 70,000 people, we probably have five or six gold dealers where you can actually go in and buy gold. I know that I can get a better price for whatever they're selling with ad cost metals. Here's the kicker, guys. Unused points remain intact and do not reset after a cycle. And many binary programs and many other metal programs that are out there, once you have a cycle or a binary team payout, everything resets. Or once the pay period is over, everything resets. So you start from zero. Everything stays the same with this. Pay period is Sunday a.m. to Saturday p.m. Central Time US. We could press the direct and the sorry again. We can press the direct and 10% match when appropriate. 75% hard cap on commissions to ensure the company stays open. And as leaders in the company, we have input in the direct uh, direction of the company. So the bottom line, we know there's a better way to do precious metals. We have the best bullion prices and affiliate programs, and we most definitely want you to be a part of it. As with any company, we cannot guarantee your income. If you join, you buy a business package and you sponsor one person, and then you come back and say, well, I'm not making any money. My question to you is, what work are you doing? How many people are you sharing this with on a daily basis? How many people are you talking to? And so when you do all of those things, your income can increase, but we cannot guarantee that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen share. And I see beautiful Shelly right there. Um, Hi, honey. Look at that beautiful house. I love it. So I know that you were at the event this weekend. You know, you've always been one of my favorite people. Hold on, let me turn my camera on. I want to talk to you face to face. You know, you've always been one of my favorite people in the whole world. Um, you and Jim have just been a blessing, to me and my family, and a blessing to me, especially because it's a true friend. And I don't have a lot of true friends, and I consider you to be one of those. So I know that you were a speaker at the event this weekend. I know that we talked a lot about how genuine the owners are. So, just take it away. Be you, be Shelley. Tell me everything that you want to know.
Careful what you wish for. I'm pretty excited right now. Um, I know, and I look at like everybody's got their cameras off, and I understand, like your places, but feel free to come on too. I love to see people's faces because I want to tell you so much about. So I'm going to be totally transparent, right? And Tammy knows that about me too. I tell it like it is, even if people go, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe she just said that." But I'm going to tell you like it is. It is a little like nuts to think about going to a company's first event, right? This is not my first rodeo, not my first company, not my second company, probably not my 10th company over the last 40 years. What I can tell you is that we found a way to get to the top of the compensation plan in every company we've ever been in. And but it's risky, right? It's kind of risky to stick your neck out the first time and bring people and not know, is this going to be an amazing event or is this going to be a hot mess? And if I'm truthful to you, like Tammy was talking about one of the last companies we were in, and we love that company, but I'm going to tell you their first few events were kind of a hot mess. And it took them a while for them to find their way. And one of the things that I've said before, and I'm going to say again, it is really hard in your life when you've had frustrating experiences or bad experiences or just whatever you've walked through. It is so hard to just totally unpack your bags and get ready for a new trip. And I even talk about it. I tell people not to do that. And yet I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. Let's see what the people are like. Let's feel it out a little bit. So if I have any regrets, it's that I did not push to have every single person in my entire team there. I was a little hesitant to tell people to travel across the country. My bad, you guys, my bad. I thought it was awesome. It was awesome. It was well attended. The speakers were fire. It was, I mean, we ran a little over on time and everybody was just wrapped with attention, right? It was a long day, but nobody was going to leave. Everybody was full on. And so for me, as a leader, as somebody who really wants to grow something, I'm just going to share with you beyond the people. Like, I'm also a math girl. I'm all about the numbers, and I want you to see where we have a huge opportunity that a week ago we didn't have. Like what Tammy was saying is it takes a little while to like get the plane up in the air, right? It takes like when you have somebody that's brand new and they sponsor their first person or their second person, or they're still seeing it in their mind as, well, I'm chipping away at what I paid to get in. But when they get that first cycle, they're there, right? As soon as then they are 100% profitable from that time forward. Can I tell you, as people who have owned brick and mortar businesses, we owned a trucking company. Can I tell you, we never reach a point where we are in 100% profitability on that business, because in a hot second, a truck can break down, something else can happen. We have these huge expenses that come right back around. Where else can people start a business that they're in profitability and they're permanently in profit. Like, it just blows me away. There is nobody that can say there's not a way for them to start a business, because here it is. Besides that, what we have now is like, unless we kind of created a sense of urgency for people, for some people, it's scary. It's a little scary. They're not an expert in precious metals, and everybody's got their brothers, uncles, cousins, brother-in-law that's a jerk. Everybody has that person. And some people have lots of those people. I think got said, I think it was by Antoine on Friday night when he was doing he gave this analogy about going up and you stand in line and the
Hey, Tammy, she's freezing up pretty much. Quite a
guy
bit.
tells you, well, oh, hold on.
You're muted too, Tammy. You're talking, but we can't hear you.
Okay, we'll see if that helps. Hoping that turning my camera off will let my internet catch up a little. Me now?
Yep, we can hear.
Yep. Okay. Right. Who is showing you the memberships? When you get finished, I don't know if it's really right for me today, or I'm behind you. What's his response? Next.
Yeah, we're having a little live time, Shelley, but just
Next,
keep
you're right
talking.
there.
Yeah, keep talking.
Okay. All right. We have so much power in this offering. I know that is, and move on. Believe me when I say, so just have that attitude.
Tammy, she's got so much gold and silver, it's blocking her signal to the internet.
Next. But here, let me
Do you want to log back in, and I'll go to
try to
Grady?
connect from my phone. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Hey, Grady, are you out there?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Perfect.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your experience. Now, look, first of all, I'll talk about Grady. And I met Grady many, many years ago, and his beautiful wife, Amberlynn. And Grady has morphed into this leader that has impressed me so much. I remember one of the first conventions I met you at, you were shy. You were not the person that you are now. What I've seen evolve over these last how many months? 8, 9, 10 months. What I've seen evolve with you is that you have become so much more confident. And I think it's because of what you have understood about what we're doing. And, I know that you went through a great loss losing your son, Grayson. And, and, our hearts all go out to you, because I really, truly can't. Why is my video off? I really, truly can't imagine losing a child. However, we had a long conversation one night, right? And I told
Right.
you will have other children.
Yes.
And but for right now, this is your baby,
Yes.
and you have impressed me beyond anything I could ever do. Grady's relentless. I mean, he got a guy from Australia to fly from Dallas. Do you guys know how far that is? And he was amazing. He was an amazing at the event. So Grady, go ahead and take it away. Tell us a little bit about the event, how you felt, your teammates that were there. Just go for it.
Sure. Well, first of all, I actually prayed about this event before I even went. You know, my wife wasn't really actually wanting to go, but I felt the Lord speaking to my spirit multiple times that we need to go. And before I go into this, I wanted to touch on what you had just said about we're going to have more children. I haven't really shared this with very many people, but we actually went to a service on Sunday. One of my affiliates that I've known for 20 years, he actually used to live in Missouri, and we met. We reconnected, and he lives in the Dallas area now. And he actually was born in Trenton, and he lives in Denton. And so he said, from Trenton to Denton. And so he says, you got to check out my church. I said, okay. So we went, and there was a lot of, crying and, praying. And I had the pastor come and pray for us, and I explained what had happened. And he says, I know what you feel. We had a miscarriage. He says, well, let me pray for you. And so we did. And he says, the Lord has revealed to me that you are going to have children. And so I knew right then, okay, this is, it was intentional. I really, God wanted me to be here. So about the event, I honestly don't have a lot to say as far as the words to express and convey just how amazing it was. I had 8 team members. I had a guy from Australia, Fauzi Dagestani, a guy from Michigan, Bob Lichtel. And Bob Lichtel actually brought his coin, and we held it up, this 10-ounce silver UK coin. I had made a video a while back, and he got so excited that he actually ordered one, and he brought it to the event. Burl Smith of Mississippi came. I had Noe and Rachel of San Antonio, Jonathan Ballison, whom I met, during around when I was in middle school. He actually used to go to our church, and he moved to New Braunfels, Texas. He was at the event. Rick Felzine, of course, and then Chris Kirstein of Georgia. And Fauzi and Chris both spoke, as well as myself. And Tammy, I just want to thank you so much. I was really nervous when I gave my speech. I left out a little bit, but I would not be here today if it were not for you. And actually that night when I saw your post, I actually had heard a voice, go and look at Tammy Morrison's post. And I didn't know why. I just felt something in my spirit. So I went and I looked, and the first thing I saw was your post about gold and silver. And I knew it was God, leading me there. And so I want to thank you so much. And Ricardo Hamilton, I want to thank you. Tammy wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Ricardo. And then, of course, Justin Davis, our founder, and Troy LeCaux. Thank you so much just for all that you've done. And I know we're still waiting on international shipping, but, JD, just to tell you how nice and awesome he is, he actually met with Fauzi for breakfast the very next day after the event. And he gave Fauzi all of his medals, his coin of the month, everything. And he was able to take that back home. He had a bunch of coins. I mean, just the transparency, the leadership, it's just, I've never got this anywhere else. I really haven't. And Antoine McBay, I want to thank you for doing our trainings and, and helping me with Fauzi, when he had questions. And then, of course, just the company itself, At Cost Metals. It's really been different. And everybody needs this business. Everybody needs gold and silver. The dollar is losing value, and gold and silver is real money. But also, you need a home-based business, because I'm not a tax advisor, but there are tax advantages. And when I was at the event, I was able to purchase this right here through my commissions. It didn't even come out of my pocket. Got this 10-ounce bar here, and this Australian silver coin. I got so many different things. We have a new coin now Our own at cost metals coin was unveiled at the event, and I was there to see that unveiled. And I got so excited I had to get two of them. And then, of course, you know, or may not know if you're new, we have limited edition products as well. Like we have this Northern Lights antiqued MS-70 Gray Wolf. I mean, just look at that detailing. About only 1,000 of these made. And so we're always offering, you know, limited edition things. And I just love this business. I will say the best way to really build your team is just love everyone, you know, help everyone and just let them know that, you know, it's more than business. We're family, and become a product of the product. You know, just like I had, you know, Bob Lichtel, he ordered this because he saw that I had ordered it. I've had people get on the coin of the month. Get on the coin of the month. If you have signed up for a membership and you are not on the coin of the month, you are leaving money on the table. We have these coins coming in every single month, and believe me, they add up. I have all of these coin of the months that I have yet to open. I'm going to make a video. So it's just stacking little by little by little. And you'll just see people coming in, you'll see people ordering. It is just an amazing opportunity. And I want to tell you real quick, Tammy, I don't mean to keep you too long. When we were there, Fauzi and I just had such a relationship. I mean, it was just, and my whole team, we really we ate together. We had a great time. And I mean, we almost cried. It was such an amazing event. And to look back on this one day and say, I was there before everyone heard about it. I was there when they had their first event. It was amazing. And I'm just so thankful for my team that made it. And I want to thank you so much, Tammy, for all that you've done and all that you're doing. I love you all so much. And I'm just so proud to be a part of this. Back to you, Tammy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And it, the sign of a great leader is this. And a lot of you know there was a book called The Millionaire Habit. And in the book, I said, I don't want to create an army of followers. I want to create an army of leaders. And Grady, you have definitely become a great leader. So thank you so very much for your consistency and all of the things that you do to build this up on a daily basis. And it does not go unnoticed. You know, we talk all the time on the phone, we're constantly messaging back and forth, but that's my job as your sponsor, to make sure that you have everything that you need. And I appreciate you. I love you so much, and Amberlyn. And so anyway, thank you again. Shelley, are you back?
We'll see. We'll see. I will see. I'm trying to find my phone. It was so fun listening to Grady. We had a great time together. And, you know, like one of the things too is we are just one big team, right? Like we sat together, the whole group of us, and we were able to toss ideas back and forth. And it was just, I hope he felt that too. Like that was such an amazing thing. There is no, it's like such a spirit of cooperation. That's one of the few things that I absolutely love about a binary, right? Like say what you will about it, but it's fantastic because we are really one big team. His success is your success, is my success. Our success is his success.
All right, I think we lost you again, but I do see somebody. Carlito, are you here?
I am here.
I am so happy. I mean, I know that if you guys are here in the US, you know the devastation we had with the hurricane in North Carolina, and then I know that Carlito and his family are going through the same thing with Hurricane Milton coming through Florida right now. So for you to make this Zoom, thank you. I mean, I know that things are tough right now for you and all the people in your communities there in Florida. So thank you so much. But I know you were at the event. If you could just give me some words of wisdom or anything you want to talk about, I would appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I thank you for your spirit and your love for the team and everybody here that's in Tampa and surrounding areas. We know that there's a force of nature that comes through, and we also know that there's no force greater than the Creator of all the worlds. So that falls in all in play at the same time. And then I want to just say, Tammy, we missed you.
I should. I mean, it was one of those things. I cried all week. People at work were like, "What's wrong with you?" Like Friday and Saturday. Normally I come into work and I'm bouncing off the walls and having a great day. And Friday and Saturday, I was just blah. And they're like, "What's
I
wrong?"
know, I
I'm
know,
like,
I
I'm like,
know.
I'm supposed to be with my family right now. You're not just my friends, you're my family. I'm supposed
That's
to be
right.
there right now. But I will not miss another event.
All
So
right. We'll work together on that too. But
yeah,
the event was amazing, Tammy. For the first event, especially that we were, I had close to I had 10 people on our team come as well. And it was amazing. So I knew that, because the area that we was in, I like, you know what? We got the Airbnb only from being experienced like we do a little bit. We just got the Airbnb. After we got the Airbnb, we had all of us living in the same place, eating and just having a really good time and expressing everything. We had Grady and his wife there, and we were just really just building, like you just said, as a family. The main thing that I wanted to just express with everybody is that, you know, we had some amazing guests. We had some amazing speakers. Shelly, she knocked it out the park as usual. Okay. Grady came up there and he kept saying, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. Like, Grady, just get out there and just talk like you usually talk, Grady, and you'll be all right. And he was an inspiration as well. One thing that we have to realize is that meetings here, it builds individuals, it builds family, and it builds team. Whether you actually want to do it or not, you'll be so inspired that you're going to come home and share your experience with somebody. That's building a team. That's
Uh,
that's spreading it. People say I can't do. Listen, you can, and all you got to do is just let the spirit come over you, and you just do it. So I wanted to say that I got from this to be able to help train a team is that just stop saying building teams. Let's stop saying that. Let's take that let's take that phrase and throw it away. Let's just say just share what it is that you do. That's it. Because once you share what it is that you do, the people are either going to like it and join, or they're going to say, hey, okay. And that's okay. Because when they say, hey, okay, that means that don't mean forever. It means just right now, not right now, you know? And there was so many great things that came out of this, which is one tool that we can definitely use when we have a new individual come on board. They actually get a chance to get they get a chance to uh, to cycle at 300 points.
like a
That's
fast track.
that's, that's amazing. That's amazing. So now see there's different ways to skin a cat and to help people to be able to advance and get that stigma off of them about building teams, because that's what network marketing first came out. You got to build teams. You got to build. Come on now, Amway, Tupperware, everything. No need juice. Build a team. Build a team. Build a team. Yeah. Yes, that helps you to make a residual pay. But if you're just sharing it and you have other elements that can help you to help them to understand that they can get residual pay. Listen, let me tell everybody a little secret. A lot of us got paid while we were over there.
I
A
got paid and
lot
I
of
was I
okay.
got paid and I wasn't even there.
You see that? You see that? So, and then you could get some great material, and it was a great turnout too, Tammy, for the very first one. It was a great turnout. And we just enjoyed ourselves. We just enjoyed ourselves. And my question, and he laughed too, because he said, "Hey, that was great. You and your wife, you got on the stage." He said, "You did a great job." Da da da. He said, "You brought energy and all that." He said, "What do you want to say?" I said, "When is the next one?" So I just say to everybody, just keep yourself going and stick to those that inspire you, because we work with each other. And we learned from each other. When we was in that house, we was learning from each other. Grady was learning from us. We was learning from Grady, and my wife was learning from this one, and we was learning from that one, and it was just a beautiful thing. So we're available to help anybody that needs to be helped. Shelly, you knocked it out the box. Grady, you guys knocked it out the box, and it's recorded. So guess what? Once everybody get the recording, then send it out. Let the recording do itself, and especially send it to your team, because people that go to events, they get big. Thank you, Tim. Once again, Tammy, we missed you. Thanks again. Hey, and I took a picture. Hey, Tammy, I took a picture between the two cowboys. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it. Send it to me.
I had a picture. I had a cowboy on each side of me.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you so much, Tammy.
I've always been a big proponent in live events change lives.
That's
And
right.
and when you come to an event, and it doesn't matter if there's 100 people there or 5,000 people there. Okay. I mean, I've been to events. The first event we ever had with the previous company was um probably a couple hundred people. But we had people there from South Africa. We had people there from Australia. So the fact that we had somebody there from Australia was to me incredible. And I want to thank Fauzi for making that commitment. That's a long, long airplane ride. And I hear he did a fantastic job on stage. And so um, I want to bring out a person that is very near and dear to my heart. I hope he's available. We have been building together for years. Um, guys, we trust me when I say that Justin is hates taking my calls because my calls are okay, international, international, international. Let's do it. When are we going to be able to ship internationally? So I know that he's working on it very hard. Um, but we want to make sure that we do it right. We don't want to get shut down like other companies have. We don't want to be getting statements from lawyers saying, you didn't do it the right way. We want to do it the right way. And I know that if anyone can do that, it would be Justin Davis. So Isaac, are you out there? I saw you earlier.
He's on there.
He's on. Isaac, can you hear
Yep.
me? Oh, he
There you
must.
go.
Hmm.
Oh, he dropped off. He must be a bad connection with this one.
Well,
Hey, Miss Tammy.
There we
Hey,
go.
Isaac.
Hey everyone.
Hey. I just wanted to, just to bring you on to let you know that even though, we're not um delivering to South Africa, I want them to understand the the commitment that your team has. And, we have our little WhatsApp group from South Africa, and I log in every morning and read everything. So I'm just excited that I know it's going to happen. I mean, I have no doubt in my mind. And I want to thank you and your team for just being so patient. Hate to keep saying that word, but I think that we embarked on something that is brand new. And I don't see another company out there that is going to try as hard as they are to get you guys on. So if you just want to say a few words about your team, I would love to hear anything that you have to say. Isaac? Oh, did we lose him again? All right, Shelley Tolkien. Isaac? All right, Shelley, till he comes back, do you want to finish off for us? And
I
then I'll
typed a
bring.
lot of it. I typed a lot in the chat because I always feel like this, Tammy. When it's really good, that's when you have the tech issues, right? That's how you know.
Yeah, always.
Um, I'm just so excited. Like here's one thing I want to tell you. This is a company more committed to its affiliates than anything I've ever seen, right? JD said it several times. They just don't need to be greedy. And because of that, they're launching so many things to help us. They see they're up to 7 figures in daily purchases, you guys. I don't know if you even know that. And what that really means is that they're willing to take some of the numismatics, some of the non at cost coins, and they're building in direct commissions for you. So when you start getting these people who want to move over large sums because they see what's coming in the world and they see bricks and they see the writing on the wall and they say, listen, I've got 50 grand and I am ready to, and what you're going to see going forward in the back office, you're going to see, like, if you know how now when you look, it shows which coins are at cost and which ones have points. Soon you'll also see whether or not some are available for direct commission. So that's going to give you a chance to really like work some things out with your customers. That's amazing. You know what else is amazing? They have simplified the process for signing up so that that brand new person doesn't have to load their account. Once they've done their email verification, they're going to be able to directly buy a package just using a credit card. So we'll still have to load our accounts for doing gold and silver purchases, but that simplification is going to make things go so much faster for signing up the new person. That, and like Khalifa said too about the 300 you guys, that's the missing piece that gets your business rolling because you know exactly what to do. Somebody's brand new, what do? They get to 300, they get paid, they're in money, they're excited. There is no putting it off. This is now how we explode. And I just wrote it, listen, think about it. Why do you want to rank up? Because Tammy knows and I know you get a runaway side. I don't care what business it is. And sometimes that side will flip. But the reason you want to be gold, even if you've only got one side built and you are really working it, is because then you can build up 30,000 points. And like Tammy said, you look at it and you go, oh my gosh, this is $30,000. I got to get my butt in gear. I got to get working. So do it for your own self Work really hard. This is the time of year when you're setting yourself up for all of 2025. Trust me, I've been in this industry since I had to lie about my age back in the 80s, right? I had to lie to get into my first company while I was on paper and I wasn't 18 years old yet. And it was, the thing is that what happens fourth quarter, that's going to massively determine your 2025. You are all ahead of the game. Start seeing the service you can give. Ask people what they're looking for. Ask them what they're afraid of. What are you scared about in the economy? What are I have a thing I say all the time. Here's what I believe about precious metals. They're the emergency fund for your emergency fund. Because when you get a flat tire, you can go into your bank account emergency fund and use your phone and move that money over. But I'm going to tell you, I was thinking about it when I was watching Grady. You see how he is feeling that silver? If he gets a flat tire, he's going to work it out. He is not going to sell that silver. He is not going to sell. That is your family's future, your legacy. I don't care what happens to you. That's the way you know you're never broke. And it means the world to people. And it's elemental, right? It's part of creation. And once you hold it, it is just not like paper. So get that in people's hands. The reason they need the $3.99 package is so they can feel it. They got to feel it. They got to hold it. And that is how we are going to move fast, you guys. We're going to be this right business, right time. I've never been more convinced. I'll shush now.
Never shush. All right.
Hey, Tammy, can I add this real quick?
Absolutely.
Okay, I want everybody to know that JD and they want to make sure that we don't leave any customer unsatisfied too. And what does that mean? That means that, and I know we've all had somebody say, you know what, I just want to buy. Can I just buy? And at first it's like, well, you got to be a member to buy. But they are working really hard right now to put in place for us that the people that are so desperate don't want to be on board as a member can buy from you, and it still be lower than they would buy from the dealer, but it won't be the same price, the same low price as being a member. So they're working that right now to be able to get that, and that's going to be major because after they buy it a couple of times, all you got to do is just say, hey, you may as well become a member so you can get it even cheaper.
Right,
So
exactly.
I'm looking forward to that. Thanks.
Thanks so much for that. I've got one person at Wendell. I actually have an appointment at in about 10 minutes. And I know but I want you to come on and share with us because you always have such great things to say. So Wendell, are you out there?
Yeah, I'm here. Really appreciate everybody's testimonies and stuff. Since we're on limited time, I'll save all my stuff for maybe next week. But I did want to at least give a testimony for those who've heard it. If you haven't, April, we had 4 ounces of silver in our family. That's a bracelet that I got on our first cruise, I think in 2003. From Mexico, that was it. Joined at Cost Metal in March, started grabbing silver in April. And now we sit at 428 ounces of silver. We're one of the wealthiest families on the planet. Anybody can do this. A little at a time, a lot at a time, whatever. Do what you got to do. It only makes sense to have God's money in your possession when the poop hits the fan. It's never failed. It can't fail. Every time they've ever exchanged or switched from one thing to the other, you always can use gold or silver to make that transition. So that's all I got today. I had a lot more to say, but since we don't have time, I'm not going to press it. We'll talk again on Wednesday, I'm sure, of next week. So glad that you're back up and running. Glad everybody made it home safe. Thanks for the time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I wish I didn't have to go, but I do. Here's the one thing I want to leave you guys with is I had given up on any type of affiliate marketing, direct marketing, whatever you guys want to call it, right? I had given up on it. I didn't ever want to do it again. I just wanted to work a job and, do the things that I had done all my life. I'd done everything from car sales to bartending to bank rep to account executives, got into the network marketing space, quite a few times, was never very, very, very successful. Until that last company, and that didn't really turn out that well. But the only reason, two reasons. Two reasons I got back involved is this is important. Okay. It's important that we raise the financial IQ of our community. They don't understand. My neighbors don't understand that the paper money they have in their pocket is worthless. They don't understand that there's a better way. And my job is to show them that there's a better way. The second reason is the ownership of this company. They're extremely genuine, um, very responsive, just amazing people, and I'm proud to be affiliated with them. And my sponsor, Ricardo Hamilton. Just if I need him, he's there. If I need him to talk to somebody, he's there for me, and I appreciate that. And that's what we should all be doing with each other, because sometimes you can say something to somebody and they get it, but then they don't really get it. But when it's validated by somebody else, and Grady and I do this a lot. Grady will call me, hey, can you talk to this guy for 5 minutes? Sure. 5 minutes later, the guy's signing up for a $3.99 package, because you have to show them the value of what we're doing. So, as much as I came back kicking and screaming, I'm really glad I did. So I want to thank all of you for being here with me. I hate that I have to hop on this other call, but it's pretty important. And I guess I will see you guys all next Tuesday. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Please be patient as we morph into what's now a very small company. We are also very blessed to be here in the beginning. Um, and we're going to morph into this huge company. I want to see billions of dollars of gold and silver being um, bought, not bought. We'll cut you, Wendell. I got it being exchanged on a monthly basis. So, guys, just keep your eyes on the prize. We're gonna get there. And I hate that I missed the event, but I won't miss another one. You guys, love you all. Thanks so much for being here, and see you next Tuesday.